1. When conducting an energy audit, which evaluation method ensures accuracy in comparing pre- and post-retrofit performance? A. Peer review analysis. B. Benchmarking against industry averages. C. Life cycle cost analysis. D. Regression-based measurement and verification. 2. In curriculum development for certified energy auditor training, which principle aligns most with adult learning theory? A. Content should be rigid and unchanging. E. Learners prefer passive lectures. C. Learning should connect to real-world applications. D. Knowledge should be memorized verbatim. 3. Which regulatory body sets standards most directly relevant to building energy performance compliance in the U.S.? A. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. B. Department of Energy, DOE. C. American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers, ASHRAE. D. Federal Communications Commission, FCC. 4. During an energy auditor mentoring session, which technique best supports knowledge retention? A. Providing lengthy technical manuals. B. Encouraging reflective questioning. C. Assigning unrelated reading material. D. Requiring memorization of standards. 5. What is the most effective evaluation tool for measuring skill application in an energy audit training program? A. Multiple choice written test. E. Group brainstorming activity. C. Hands-on performance assessment. D. Self-assessment survey. 6. In an adult learning environment, which factor most motivates certified energy auditor candidates? A. Competition with peers. E. Practical relevance of content. C. Rote memorization techniques. D. Mandatory attendance policies. 7. Which component of communication is most important for an auditor when presenting energy savings to non-technical stakeholders? A. Use of jargon to establish authority. B. Detailed mathematical modeling. C. Simplifying technical data into visuals. D. Providing exhaustive technical codes. 8. An energy auditor who fails to comply with ASHRAE audit levels may face which primary consequence? A. Academic penalties. E. Loss of certification credibility. C. Financial reimbursement from utilities. D. Temporary employment suspension. 9. Which mentoring technique fosters long-term professional growth in energy auditors? A. Focusing exclusively on technical skills. B. Encouraging independent critical thinking. C. Providing all answers directly. D. Repetition without feedback. 10. Which evaluation approach best identifies training gaps in certified energy auditor candidates? A. Needs assessment. B. Role-play exercises. C. Peer collaboration. D. Daily attendance checks. 11. What is the primary purpose of ASHRAE Standard 211 in energy auditing? A. Regulating air pollution emissions. B. Establishing minimum energy audit procedures. C. Setting building code requirements. D. Certifying training instructors. 12. Which curriculum development strategy ensures continuous improvement in certified energy auditor courses? A. Ignoring participant feedback. E. Updating content based on new regulations. C. Keeping training static. D. Eliminating field case studies. 13. During an audit report presentation, which communication error reduces credibility? A. Using validated energy models. B. Avoiding jargon. C. Misrepresenting potential savings. D. Incorporating graphics. 14. A certified energy auditor mentoring new professionals should prioritize which approach? A. Sharing personal war stories only. B. Modeling ethical and compliant practices. C. Encouraging shortcuts and calculations. D. Assigning busy work tasks. 15. Which evaluation tool best measures whether adult learners can apply energy efficiency concepts in real projects? A. Role-based simulations. B. Simple recall quizzes. C. Peer recognition awards. D. Open discussion forums. 16. Which factor most influences adult learners in certified energy auditor programs? A. Need for self-directed learning. B. Requirement to memorize definitions. C. Strict lecture-only format. D. Randomized grading scales. 17. Failure to comply with federal energy benchmarking regulations could result in A. Loss of facility access. B. Monetary fines or penalties. C. Expulsion from professional societies. D. Certification test failure. 18. Which communication style builds stronger client trust during audit results presentation? A. Directive and authoritarian. B. Open and collaborative. C. Defensive and technical. D. Passive and vague. 19. Which adult learning technique maximizes engagement in certified energy auditor workshops? A. Gamified case study scenarios. B. Continuous silent reading. C. Lengthy memorization exercises. D. Instructor-centered lectures. 20. Which evaluation method validates the cost-effectiveness of an energy efficiency project? A. Discounted cash flow analysis. B. Visual inspection. C. Peer observation. D. End-user survey. 21. When designing a certified energy auditor curriculum, what is essential to align with regulatory compliance? Including all codes and standards updates. B. Avoiding legal references. C. Using outdated textbooks. D. Focusing only on general concepts. 22. Which communication element is most critical in gaining approval for an energy retrofit project? A. Emphasizing uncertainty. B. Highlighting financial payback. C. Excluding ROI discussions. D. Prioritizing jargon-heavy language. 23. In adult education, which factor ensures learning is problem-centered rather than content-centered? A. Presenting hypothetical dilemmas. B. Repeating isolated facts. C. Focusing on memorization drills. D. Eliminating practical exercises. 24. Which evaluation method is commonly used to confirm compliance with ASHRAE audit requirements? A. Independent third-party review. B. Student self-assessment. C. Peer grading. D. Randomized client survey. 25. In mentoring certified energy auditor candidates, which approach supports their development most effectively? A. Building on their prior professional experience. B. Discouraging personal insights. C. Limiting independent research. D. Avoiding real-world examples. 26. Which principle of adult learning best explains why certified energy auditor candidates prefer scenario-based training? A. Adults require repetitive drills. B. Adults learn through immediate relevance. C. Adults avoid critical thinking. D. Adults resist application exercises. 27. Which compliance document must energy auditors reference to ensure building performance aligns with federal mandates? A. OSHA Safety Manual. B. Local zoning laws. C. Energy Policy Act guidelines. D. Environmental noise standards. 28. Which communication strategy is least effective when delivering audit recommendations to facility staff? A. Clear prioritization of actions. B. Overwhelming staff with technical data. C. Highlighting financial incentives. D. Using accessible visuals. 29. A well-designed certified energy auditor training curriculum should emphasize A. Practical application in audits. B. Memorization of all acronyms. C. Avoidance of technology tools. D. Exclusion of learner feedback. 30. Which evaluation measure best determines the long-term impact of certified energy auditor training? A. Follow-up performance metrics. E. Immediate satisfaction surveys. C. Lecture comprehension checks. D. Attendance counts. 31. Which regulatory standard directly guides energy efficiency retrofits? A. ASHRAE Standard 90.1. B. EPA Clean Air Act. C. OSHA Safety Code. D. NFPA Fire Code. 32. When mentoring new auditors, how can senior professionals foster problem-solving skills? A. Assigning practical case challenges. E. Providing every answer. C. Discouraging independent effort. D. Mandating rote memorization. 33. Which adult learning strategy fosters deeper understanding of complex energy models? A. Group-based problem solving. B. Silent individual study. C. Memorization of formulas only. D. Passive lecture viewing. 34. Which compliance issue most affects federal energy audits? A. Ignoring local building codes. B. Failing to meet ASHRAE audit levels. C. Neglecting IT policies. D. Avoiding communication with staff.